Hey guys, me again. Sorry, my phone was like really low on storage. No matter how much I deleted, I would only have like a minimum of 5 minutes on just like, oh, fine, I'll delete some stuff. I had to delete 2 games. I used to play them, but now they're like requiring updates and like with the low storage. The other games I have are like, oh, we don't need updates, we're good. So I'm like, okay, delete these two, I guess. So that's why I haven't been uploading lately. And today will be another review. I've just been really sleepy. I haven't been getting enough sleep at all. But I don't change. Today will be the Battle of Fairytail arc. As I said in my Fairytail Heaven, God Loxus just beats up Gaji and says that Makarov is probably gonna run the guild into the ground. I already know that. I had to change the position of my phone. And if this thing does run out of low storage, like last time, I will turn to this camera to upload. But I don't really know how to use this thing. I'm probably gonna search up a video. And then we hear that the Fairy Tales Flower Festival, I think, is coming up. That event's coming up, and everyone's like, getting ready. There's gonna be a Fairy Tale beauty contest. Cuts back to Natsu sleeping in Lucy's apartment. And then Happy explains 2 things to Lucy: that the scarf was given to Natsu by Igneal, his father. That's the only memory he has left of him. He tells him that, oh, this isn't the first time Natsu ate Loxus' lightning before. Then we see the Thunder Legion attacking, which is composed of Loxus, Evergreen, Freed, and Bixlow. They start attacking. I totally forgot. I'm like on the final season. Sorry if I haven't. I just don't want to watch back that whole Battle Fairy Tale because it'll just take too long. It'll take way too much time out of me, and also I'm just lazy in general. And then, as it keeps on progressing, Lucy's gonna enter it, and we see one old buddy, which is Warren. Gray's like, oh, he takes like a lot of jobs, so we don't see him in the guild a lot. So we meet a new character, and then we see this. As the Fairy Tale Beauty Contest starts, Evergreen freezes all the contestants and everyone. Loxus then announces the Battle of Fairy Tale, saying that everyone in the guild is gonna fight whoever. This time we will decide who's like the strongest Fairy Tale member in the guild. Natsu is gonna go fight Loxus, but then Loxus is dead straight, just smacks him down on the ground. And the Battle of Fairy Tale starts. So basically, they have to fight each other and basically have to find Loxus, Bixlow, Freed, and Evergreen. Turns out Makarov can't leave due to the fact that he's a stone statue, or I think over 80 years old or 100. I don't know how it goes. Turns out Natsu and Gajiel can also leave, which is odd. Elfman decides to take on Evergreen, but Evergreen puts him in stone. We see Alzek fighting Droy, Max versus Warren, Macau versus Wakaba. After a few battles, Gajiel can't leave. I'm pretty sure I explained this. Sorry, I jumped ahead. Then Natsu is saying like, oh, what if we try to get the stone off? So they try Urza first. As Natsu just puts a little fire, a crack appears. Natsu freaks out, so does Happy and Makarov, but it turns out Urza escaped due to the fact of her right eye. Whenever I see it, it's like her left eye or something. It looks like the left eye, but no, it's actually her. I don't even know what I'm doing. So then, it appears that everyone else in the guild has fallen. Alzek fell down to Freed. And yeah. Urza's unfrozen, and now there's only 4 contestants remaining, which is comprised of Natsu and Gajil, Urza, and one fairy tale member that's very mysterious. Bisakan has just arrived at the end of that episode. Urza goes to fight Evergreen, and defeats her due to the fact of her artificial eye, so she beats Evergreen. So, like, everyone else is, out of stone, and they're able to fight again. As Biska shoots one of the lightning things, it hits her back. Levy then explains, like, oh, this is what it does. And Lost is trying to activate the Thunder Palace, which is basically just lightning raining down, basically, Levy is gonna help Natsu and Gashio escape, while everyone else is gonna go fight. As Mira Jane is running, trying to find or help someone, she sees Elfman getting tortured by Freed. Freed's using his enchantments on him, basically causing more pain. And then we finally see Mira Jane's magic, which is Takeover, the She-Devil. And that form was just blown away. Just like that strong. She could basically wipe out Magnolia with just one hit. Like, if Makarov was dead, and she could basically beat up everyone. That's all I know. She's thinking about killing Freed, but decides not to due to the fact of her flashback with Lazana. And then that means there's only Bixlow and Loxus left. I'm pretty sure Bixlow was defeated first, then Freed, but who am I talking about? As they are almost done, Levy frees them, and now Natsu is gonna go find Loxus, and so is Urza. Lucy encounters Bixlow. Oh my god. And they start to fight. Basically, Lucy's in trouble since he's basically at a toy store, which is basically an armory for him, since he has puppetry magic? I know that's not Sherry from Galuna. She has Marionette, which is basically controlling living objects, while Bixlow's puppetry could just control dead stuff. As soon as she is about to die, Leo, the lion, aka Loki from Fairytail, saves her. And then it's Loki and Lucy against Bixlow. Loki pretty much knows Bixlow's tactics due to something. I totally forgot what it was, though. They win, and now it's only Loxus left. As Loxus is recounting some of the past events, how he was only recognized as Makarov's grandson, and that his father was also part of Fairytail, but Makarov told him to leave Fairytail because of what he was doing, and Loxus is now thinking, why did you kick him out? He was good. And then we see a little argument that Makarov is having with Loxus, saying that, why did you kick my dad out? He was just a good member. You never betrayed family. Then he tells him that Ivan, sorry if they didn't say his name, basically started his own guild called, I'm not even going to say the name. And then it cuts back to only, I think, 10 minutes left. And then we see Mystigan encounter Loxus. That battle between Loxus and Mystigan was just my favorite. I just loved it. And then, right after Natsu and Urza appear at Cardia Cathedral, Loxus blasts Mystigan in the face, revealing his true identity, which is none other than the Tower of Heaven, Jalal. Mystigan then just ups and disappears, leaving Natsu, Loxus, and Urza confused. Well, not Loxus, but Urza and Natsu, due to the fact that they saw Jalal go down with the tower. Just then, Natsu tells Urza that, stay out of this, I'm gonna fight Loxus. Urza does that and goes to disassemble all the lightning stuff. Gajio appears later on, helping Natsu, so now it's Natsu and Gajio versus Loxus. Outside the town... Oh shoot, I totally forgot. Kana and Free... Kana and Jovia encountered Free before Elfman did. Totally forgot to mention that. As they're doing that, Loxus keeps on finding Natsu and Gajio. They released every Dragon Slayer stuff they could do. Once everything is dismantled, I think, yeah, after everything is dismantled, all the lightning stuff, Loxus then reveals something to Natsu and Gajio. Reveals that he is a lightning dragon slayer. Before Loxus could do anything else, he tries to do one of the 3 grand fairy spells, Fairy Law. However, he does perform it, but it doesn't destroy Natsu or Gajio. Even though Loxus sees them as enemies, his heart is telling them they are not your enemies, they are family. It doesn't do this, yada yada yada. Loxus is then beaten by Natsu. Then everyone is basically being bandaged up, mostly Gajio and Natsu. Loxus is bandaged up too. Makarov then tells Loxus that he is exiled from the guild. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what he was. He's exiled and now he's no longer a part of Fairytail. The parade takes place, and then after the whole Battle of Fairytail, we come back to the guild being normal. And then Makarov, I totally forgot what happens after. I think it's like the Sorcerer Weekly magazine or the race happens next. Yeah, it was those two. And then Makarov, during one of the episodes, I totally forgot. I haven't watched this series in a long time. He basically tells them that Loxus was never a real dragon slayer, that he just had a dragon lacra planted within him from his father, enabled to let him use dragon slayer magic. And that was the Battle of Fairytail. 9 out of 10. That was like really my favorite, how we get to see Loxus' backstory. We also saw a lot of the guild going at it and everything. There is one arc in Fairytail that I just loved automatically. It was very good, very shocking, very good backstory for mostly every character, mostly 2. I am gonna try to upload more frequently now that I got a bunch of storage from just deleting 2 games on my phone. I might get them back later, but whatever. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to be notified about any uploads that I'm gonna do in the future, hit the bell for subscribing. And if you have any other animes that you want me to watch, or if you have any other animes that you want me to watch, put that in the comment section below. And I'll see you all later. Bye.